All right, it is Miles John, who of course picked up a big win over a tough opponent in Vince Morales. Maybe not quite the banger we thought it was going to be, but a win is a win, especially in the UFC. So you had a little time to reflect on it, Miles. I guess talk to me how you feel about the performance overall.
I'm not super happy with my performance. I guess if I could explain my feelings right now, I think it would just be a little frustrated. Just frustrated a lot at a lot of things. I guess you know what I mean, and just trying to channel that frustration into my training. And just keep the right mindset. It's not hard right now. I'd say I'm just really motivated to get back in there and show what I'm capable of.
I love it. Well, like I said, I mean, a win's a win, but I do wonder. I mean, is there any point as it's going along during the fight that you're thinking, "Hey, man, this isn't what I thought we were gonna do. Like, this is this is not what I expected in here."
Really, during the fight, it feels it feels intense in there. There's a lot of adrenaline pumping. And I know that I'm not finding my timing and my range, and I'm just not firing on all cylinders, as I say. You know what I mean? So I feel that during the fight, but I guess I didn't really feel like this isn't what I expected. Then afterwards, I go back and look at it. Then I start to critique myself and that, and yeah, then all those thoughts start coming in and that. So
Hey, at the end of the day, you walk away with the win. That's what matters. The career
yeah,
moves forward. Talked about the relocation because I'll be honest, I didn't realize you had left Fortis before this, but I guess per my understanding, nothing really about the training itself, more just some personal decisions to relocate out of Dallas.
yeah. The training at Fortis is great. And I'm super grateful for the 10 years that I had there. But yeah, just kind of a personal decision. And I wanted to get closer to family here in Kansas, and I just needed a whole change of scene for. I felt like it was just that time in my career. And so yeah, it was a big decision. It wasn't easy. It took a lot, but but we're here now. We got that. I got the first fight out of the way. After that transition, I really wanted to just get a win, I guess, for myself after that move and everything. It's kind of a different thing, but yeah, we got that.
Yeah. Let me just ask you. So, I mean, how did training camp go for you? I guess. I mean, like being in a new environment, like you said, after so long in one place. I mean, I got to imagine on the one hand, it's exciting, new partners, new ideas, but also, man, at the old place, you had the routine down. You knew how things go. You knew how the feel. I mean, the drive to the gym. I mean, you got everything, right? So, what was the situation like for you?
That was really difficult for a 2 week camp. You know what I mean? Like, if I feel like if I would have had a full camp at the new gym, it would have been different. I would have had time to like get all that settled in and get the routine down a little bit more pat. And we were working on so many new things that I hadn't really put into muscle memory. I hadn't really made a huge part of my game. So just getting on 2 weeks, yeah, you feel all those emotions, anxious emotions of like, normally this is what I would be doing. This is what I'm used to. You know what I mean? Like, this is what going into a fight normally feels like for me. Now it's feeling a little bit different. Is it a good, like, I mean, there's just a big mental battle that you have to face there. And but I was confident, man. Like, I knew I was doing the right things. Like, I mean, I knew that I just know myself, and I knew that I was ready to fight and ready to get a win. So yeah, I definitely felt some of that, but I'm kind of happy that my first fight at the new gym was that experience, because it's only gonna be better. Once Kraus and I have a full camp and we really get to work through that camp on a game plan and this and that, and I get my routine down pat, then I know I'll just feel a lot more comfortable, and I'll get to show all the things that I've really been working on. You know what I mean?
Was there any point that you said, okay, the call comes in, it's a short notice fight, it's 2 weeks, right? That you go, okay, hold on, short notice fight, no problem. Short notice fight, new gym, new town, like maybe this isn't the ideal situation. Maybe we turn this one down. I mean, was that ever even part of the discussion at all?
Once probably after, like, once we said yes, like immediately it's like short notice fight. Oh yeah, I'm hopping on there. Like, I just been ready to fight. I've been ready to get back in there. I think once the training camp starts going, it's like, oh, well, I didn't really expect all this or all that, but no, it's like it's all good. Like, I just knew that it's gonna end up paying off. And I've been fighting for my entire life. Like, you to do that is like, I've been fighting since third grade. You know what I mean? Back in the in the backyards and stuff, you know. So yeah, it's just another day in the office, and that's what the people around me. I had my brothers in my corner. You know, Kraus wasn't able to be there, but my brothers and my dad were there, and that's just what they kept reminding me. Like, not everything has to be perfect this camp, but the Chapo that I know has been a fighter for his entire life. So just go be yourself. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, it was all good. It was a crazy experience. You know.
I love it. All right. So then you touched on, of course, you kind of Kraus wasn't able to be there, and then you kind of find yourself in the middle of this weird story, right? I guess I'm sure you've seen the fallout, and a lot of it came from your post-fight interview where people said, "What? Why couldn't he be there?" Now, obviously, it wasn't your fault; you had nothing to do with it, but it was your post-fight interview that kind of brought it. So, I guess, how do you feel about that in retrospect? Are you like, "Damn, I wish I hadn't said anything," or like, have you talked
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
James? Or like, my bad, like I didn't mean to blow up the spot, or like, what's it been like?
Absolutely, man. There's a lot of emotions that come in that just come out once the fight is said and done, you know, and like I was just spilling those emotions out. And my understanding of it was that people were gonna know. You know, I honestly thought like the broadcast team would make a little story of it that they're already talking about it. Of course, I can't hear what they're saying during the fight, you know, but I was under the impression that people would know. And so I went backstage afterwards and like, oh, so Cross wasn't able to be here. I was like, yeah, you guys knew that already, right? He's like, what we do now? And I was like, oh shit, like I just out here spilling the beans. Like I had to after I did all my media day and stuff, of course they're all over it and stuff as like expected, you know, and I just had to call him right after and just let him know, hey, sorry, man. I didn't know that was the situation, this and that. And of course he's completely understanding. He's not putting any blame on me, but yeah, it was kind of like oh shit, like the icing on the cake. I now I just spill beans to the whole world, but it's all
Oh
good.
man,
It's all good.
unfortunate situation. I guess real time though. I mean, obviously that part it's unfortunate. I do wonder how much did it affect you, right? Because we just talked 2 weeks, short notice, new camp, and then the night before you find out, oh, by the way, I know you're in the new camp, and we're not going to be there, by the way, either. I mean, what goes through your head? I guess maybe it was that self reassurance from your team, but I mean, was there any part like Jesus, what could go wrong now? Like what's happening
Yeah,
here?
there's a lot, man. You feel kind of, I mean, I don't know, when you're with the new team and you're with like you're doing all these new things as welcoming as they've been, you're still gonna feel a little bit out there on your own. You know, you're gonna feel like just kind of like you're out there on your own, you know. So then with that happen, it just I mean, honestly, it felt like I was just living in a movie. You know, you're out there in Vegas. Vegas already has those type of weird vibes to it already. You never know what's gonna happen there. It just felt like I was living in a movie, man. Because it's hard to explain all the emotions that led up to this point. It's hard to explain how big of a decision it was for me to make that move and leave my team that I've been with for the decade. Just all of that stuff coming out. Yeah, it's hard to explain that, but all those emotions were piling up, and it felt I was just like there has to be like this has to be the path, like this has to be what God wants for me. It has to be what I'm supposed to be doing because everything is lining up too perfectly imperfect to for it to be anything else, you know what I mean? So something I've never dealt with before on a fight week or right before a fight, but I'm happy for it now, and I'm happy I had the people in my corner that were there, you know.
I love it, man. Every challenge thrown your way. All right, so you get the win, I guess. Take some time off, back to the gym. What's the play been?
Oh, I'm back. I'm back. You know, I was already. I took some time out at the ranch, you know, to be with family and that, and was still like had to go to the gym a couple times there. And then today was actually my first morning back in practice, and I'm freaking hungry, man. I'm ready to get back in there. You know, I really wanna. I want to make 2023 a big year. You know, I want to get a fight in at the end of January, beginning of February, and string together 3 wins and really just make my freaking footprint in this division. You know, and I want to do it for myself. Like there's can be critics out there, they can say whatever they want, but I just feel that feeling for myself. Like I just wasn't satisfied after that, you know. And yeah, I'm just ready. I think it proved to me that I'm ready for whatever, you know what I mean. And so yeah, and I'm not taking anything away from Vince either. I think part of my performance was his preparation, and he knew like he had my like he was ready for that right hand. He's ready for a lot of things that I did, you know. And he's a good fighter. He's been in there with some great guys, but yeah, I could have done some things different, but I'll just have to show that here in the near future.
You were dealing with a little touch of adversity or two along the way, so you still got the look with all those big plans you laid out there. How do you fit in the raising the labradoodles? Where does that fit into the plans?
Oh, we're just doing that on the daily. We're just over here grinding. Like it's pretty easy because I got my three moms that live with us and that, and I'm still training some on the side a little bit if I get the opportunities. But yeah, man, I got the three boys. It's just constant. We wake up, I got to start my morning right. There's no time to sit around and think about this and that. Like get straight to work and have a good day by good day. I think one thing that I really wanted to that when I started thinking more about it, that I wanted to kind of touch up on with this fight camp is that it really showed me how much harder I could be working. Those last two, and I've seen myself as a hard worker, but those last 2 weeks, once I got that fight, I freaking busted ass. It was like I got to get this weight off, but I also got to get in shape. I also got to sharpen things up, and I was already training at the time, but it's kind of like you're just training. So it really showed me how I can adapt my just training schedule to being fight ready at all times, like just in that zone and living there. You know what I mean? And so I took a lot. I took a lot of lessons from that, and now I'm making those changes. And I mean, with the diet, with the regimen, just everything. So I'm happy, man. I think I really needed this to turn on that Chapo 2.0 and make my run.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, like I said, man, a win's a win. I think when you really pull back the curtain and realize how much you were dealing with behind the scenes as well, I think it makes the performance even more impressive.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take that frustration out of it, man. So just say congratulations to it and good luck on continuing to get settled in there with the new camp. And we look forward to the next fight announcement very soon. Sounds like end of January is the target.
That's the target, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. End of January, February. Hopefully, they'll give me a call. Let's see.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the victory. Best of luck on everything, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right. Thank you.